This is a review of the Cold Steel American Lawman. Now, for those of you that are somewhat familiar with this knife, you'll notice right away that it's a satin or stonewash finish rather than the all-black tactical look. Basically, this thing comes with a cheap painted-on finish, which I absolutely hate. So I took the knife apart, took some steel wool to it, and with a little elbow grease, the finish came right off, and I think it looks quite a bit better, and I think it'll wear a lot nicer than that the paint, which just chips and looks trashy over time. Handle material on this is G10, very grippy. It's quite nice. There are no steel liners in this, however this knife is very, very solid, even without the steel liners. It's got a very solid build. Without the steel liners, it's still 5.4 ounces, so kind of hefty, but if you don't mind that, it is an excellent knife. Deployment is pretty quick with a thumb stud there and a little flick of the wrist. Comes out quite smoothly. The blade is a drop point style blade, 3.5 inches long, made from Cold Steel's usual AUS 8A steel. I love the blade shape, love the belly to it. Good style. It's a good shape. The tip's not very delicate, so I don't think you have to worry about breaking that off. The ergonomics of this are incredible. It's a very comfortable knife. Fits in the hand quite well. There's a little finger choil up here, which allows you to choke up on the blade for detailed work, or you can hold it back here and still get a full 4 fingers comfortably on the knife, and gives you a little extra reach. Either way, it's quite comfortable. A little bit of jimping on the back, just on the G10, not on the lock bar or on the blade, but with traction of the G10 and with the ergonomics of the handle, I don't think that any jimping would really be necessary. I think it's quite comfortable, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere. The G10, as I said, is quite grippy, which can be an issue under the pocket clip with that tearing up your clothes. Some people have put JB Weld in there to smooth this section out. I just don't like the look of that, so I chose to simply take the pocket clip off and sand this portion down here. Or basically this entire rear portion I sanded slightly. It didn't affect the looks very much. You can't really tell unless you look quite closely, but it doesn't chew up my clothing near as much as it used to. So yeah, just a little sandpaper under there I think takes care of the issue. The lock is Cold Steel's Triad lock. Such a solid lock. Gives you a good solid snap, and this thing is not going anywhere. No blade play left or right, up or down. Very solid knife indeed. The only drawbacks I think to this knife, the weight, yeah, it is a little on the heftier side, but since this is for harder use, I don't think the weight is too much of an issue. It could be worse. So that's not too much of a problem, but the main issue I do have with this is in the finger choil, this cutting edge comes right up to where your finger rests. So there's no protection should your finger slide forward. I mean, you've got this peak right here on the G10, which will hold your finger in place, but yeah, your finger's right there against that cutting edge, and when you close the knife, if you choose to disengage the lock and then flick it out simply, that cutting edge will catch you right there on the index finger. So you're going to want to be careful when disengaging this knife, since that cutting edge just comes all the way up here to the choil area. So be mindful of that. But other than that, I think this is an excellent offering from Cold Steel. Going to find it in the price range of around probably $60, give or take. And I think that's a fair price for what you're getting. Good piece of knife.